Welcome to Rges Pre-Algebra. This is lesson 1.17, dividing fractions. There are really two methods we could use to divide fractions, and I'm going to illustrate both for you with a couple examples. The first one, let's say I want to say 3/4 divided by 3/8. I would identify a common denominator, which would be, 8, right? So this would equal something over 8 divided by something over 8. So I've got a common denominator, and that would be 4 times 2 is 8, so 3 times 2 is 6. This one doesn't change. And then I would divide the numerators. 6 divided by 3 is 2. I would divide the denominators. 8 divided by 8 is 1, and so my answer would be 2. I'm going to illustrate two more in that fashion. So the next ones would say 3/5 divided by 9/10. My common denominator would be 10. 5 times 2 is 10, so 3 times 2 is 6. The second one is already tenths, so it would be 9. And again, what am I doing? I'm dividing the numerators. I'm saying 6 divided by 9 divided by 1, because 10 divided by 10 is 1. Well, the second part here does not anything over 1. 3 over 1 is 3. 9 over 1 is 9. 6/9 over 1 is 6/9. And I need to simplify by dividing both the numerator and the denominator by 3, and I'm going to get 2/3. Give you one more illustration here. Some of you might enjoy this method. 6/7 divided by 3/4. Again, my common denominator here will be 28. 4 times 6 is 24. 28. 7 times 3 is 21. And I'm going to divide my numerators. That would be 24 divided by 21. That would be the numerator part. And the denominator, 28 divided by 28, is 1. So, again, that is the same as looking at 24 over 21. To simplify that, I'm going to want to divide by 3, and I'm going to get 8/7. Or I could say 1 1/7. Either way. Now that is one method for dividing fractions. Now I'm going to do the same three problems and show you, really I think the one most popular and the one I tend to use is a second method. So at this next page here, we're going to do those three problems again, showing you a second method. 3/4, oops. So here we have the first problem again. Now to do this, we must understand a basic idea. If I said 5 divided by 3, that is the same, to divide by 3 is the same as 5 times 1/3. So to divide means to multiply by the reciprocal. So we are going to use that concept by rewriting all of our divisions as multiplications by the reciprocal. And that's the key to this method. Okay, so in the first one I have a division that is the same as 3/4. Notice I'm not changing the first one. Do not change the first one. But I'm changing to divide by a number is the same as to multiply by the reciprocal. The reciprocal of 3/8 is 8/3. You just flip the numerator and denominator. Now, this is very nice for me because I can cancel. 3 goes into 3. And 4 goes into 8 2 times, and that gives me 2 over 1. I don't even have to write that step if I don't want to, and that equals 2. Okay. So if I were to do the next one, again, this is my preferred method. I go 3/5 divided by 9/10. I am writing the first, I'm boxing this in so you realize that this is the fraction I care about making a reciprocal, not the first one. That's a common mistake. So I copy the first fraction as it is, and to divide by something means to multiply by the reciprocal. So I'm flipping the 10 and the 9 from numerator to denominator. Again, canceling. 3 goes into 9 3 times, 5 goes into 10 2 times, and my answer is 2/3. So I find these problems fairly straightforward. The last one here, we have 6/7 divided by 3/4. Again, now not writing so much as I do the show the steps here. It's going to be 6/7 times 4/3. 3 goes into 6 2 times. That's all I can cancel. 2 times 4 is 8/7. Now that could be also converted to a mixed 1 with a remainder of 1, so 1 and 1/7. Either answer is correct for me unless your directions are very specific. And that is all there is to dividing fractions. To divide a fraction means to multiply by the reciprocal. Very basic rule.